Today, I want you to contemplate a logo that you would make for your business. I've just done a quick little Google search and found the 99 Best Logos website here, and you can take a look at some of them, see what they're all about. A lot of these are things that would be really easy to create using Adobe Illustrator. You can see how these would be better as vector graphics than they would as photographs. This is pretty straightforward. Cyber Bear. Nice, cute, just the point across. Take a look at some of these. I'll leave you a website like this to go look at in just a minute. And then you're going to contemplate, if you had a business, what would it be called? And what would your logo be? That's going to be a piece of brainstorming we do together, and we're going to talk about that as a group. This is going to be the form you're going to fill out. This is a daily grade, the original logo. You put your first, last name, tell me what class period you're enrolled in. What's the name of your business? What colors are you going to do? If you want it to be black and white, make sure you articulate that here. If you think red is the best color for your particular business, put that. And then what kind of pictures do you want to draw? We're not going to use photographs, but you can draw something based on a photograph, and I'll get into that next. Once you fill that form out, you're going to start working in Illustrator. You can go a couple of different directions with this. You can decide that you're just going to take the pen tool and draw from scratch the thing that you have in your mind. You can take the type tool and you can start with the words. If you're starting with words, go to Window and pull down to the word type, pull out character. That's going to give you the font you want. One of the things that you can do is you can take a drawing that you've made. This is the one from Homecoming, I think it was 2018. A student drew that and I scanned it and I made it into the design that became the t-shirt, and I did that in Illustrator. Took the pen tool and I zoomed in on, I zoomed in on all these little pieces, and you can tell it's a pencil drawing and you can tell it's pixelated, right? And I came up with, I'll just give you a quick preview, this. This is the vector graphic that I drew. That's Larry the Longhorn. And then we colored it like that, and that became the graphic. You can also see that this is actually the JPEG version. I can't currently locate my vector graphic, but I can tell you we chose the font very carefully. We chose everything very carefully, the colors, making sure we got the exact Longhorn orange color. And there's another one that I'm working on from a similar idea, because remember how this one was based on a drawing and I used the pen tool? This is my little joke, because people sometimes mispronounce the word library and it bothers people, like me, for example. So I decided to make a library, and I did that based on 3 photographs. This picture of a strawberry, this picture of Pinocchio, who has just told a lie, and this other picture of a strawberry, because I liked the top on that and the seeds. And what I did is I used this picture to get the shape of the berry. See that there? And I used this picture to get the nose and the eyes, pretty good. And I used this picture to get the top, the leaves at the top. And effectively what I did, and I think I used this first picture to get the seeds. Let me see about that. There's the seeds. My gosh. I'm having trouble hiding and showing layers. Yeah, the first picture was what I used to get the seeds. So I picked my font for that pretty carefully. I picked my color pretty carefully too. I actually used something right here called the eyedropper tool to pick the color. If you look at the properties, if you look at the eyedropper tool, let me click on the words here. It's locked. Let me unlock that layer. You click on the words, the color of those words is this precise color right here. And if you want to be really precise and pull a color from another part of your picture, you take your eyedropper and you can click it right there. Whatever color you click on, it's going to change the color of the thing you're using. So that's how the eyedropper tool works. A couple other things. I'm going to have a rubric for this. And the rubric is going to tell you that you need to have good typography, you need to have good color, you need to have a good font chosen, you need to have some unity in your design. So I'll show you that rubric in just a moment. But when you build this, number one thing that I'm saying for my rubric is that I do not want you to have any raster graphics or bitmap graphics in your picture. So if I see some hint or some evidence that you still are using some portion, these need to be gone. Right? If this is still in there and I see that you've got this pixelated image in there, that's not you using Illustrator to its proper potential. So if you have a photo you want to use, you're going to have to trace it out. There's a feature in Illustrator that helps you trace, but for this one, I want you to use the pen tool. If you think you're really good at brushes, knock yourself out, use brushes. But I'm going to show you a couple of really neat things before I let you get going. There is, hiding under the rectangle tool, the polygon, there's a star, and there's a flare tool. Those may be kind of fun things for you to play with, star shapes you can get. The flare tool is just neat. It's kind of confusing when you start playing with it, but it does that. Those are some neat tools you can use. Another thing that I was doing in my logo, that one for the library, was I was writing on a path. So if you have a path like, I don't know, a circle, and you pull out the type on a path tool right there, you can click right on that circle and you can write whatever words you want to write. Select them. In your character panel, you can change the size and the font and the color and all sorts of stuff. That's a nice trick for you. Other than that, I think what you need to do is look at the rubric, review how to get 100, and then go for it. Start building your own logo for your own business. Remember, I'm asking you to be original. I'm asking it not to be just your rehash of the McDonald's logo or your take on the Starbucks logo. This is your business. It has to be better than everybody else's or you'll never make money. Okay? So go ahead and start working on it. Good luck.